Hi, I'm Don from Don Does Stuff. Today we're tackling some deck staining here, doing the prep work, just already got started on it. I'll show you the equipment, the steps I'm taking, and hopefully the result, the wonderful result. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. So let's get into it right now. Let's have a quick before view. This part of the deck is exposed to the rain and snow and temperature extremes and heavy sunlight as well. And as you can see, it's taken a lot of abuse. There's chips right down to the bare wood in a lot of spots. Even what's remaining is loose and flaky. So yeah, this definitely needs to be done. And there's a couple of steps down. We've had some damage in the winter from a snow shovel incident right there. And yeah, so the steps need to be done as well. I'm not doing the entire deck today, just this one little segment that's out and exposed. As you can see, the deck carries on for miles and miles, but it's this exposed part that is in rough shape. Okay, what do we need in the way of tools? Knee pads for sure. Gloves for sure. Red for left, black for right. Paint scraper. Never know. Probably easier to do that for these really loose bits. Sanding block for some tight corners. Belt sander. Extension cord for the belt sander. Of course, sandpaper. That should do it. So a couple other things I didn't mention in my equipment list. So definitely you want to have some form of dust mask. Of course, we're all used to wearing masks now, so this is not a big problem. And safety goggles firmly placed on your forehead. I wasn't wearing them during my scraping, probably should have. And of course, steel-toed Crocs. So step one is to prepare the surface. And to do this, in my case, I needed to scrape off a lot of loose, flaky bits of the stain, the previous stain, and then take a belt sander to it and go at that. Between each of those stages, I use the shop vac to get rid of any of the loose material. I didn't want big chunks of paint all over, all over the lawn. Still got some there, but there we go. So it started to rain, didn't quite finish. I got about 80% of it done in terms of the sanding. Just a light rain, managed to continue for a few minutes, but there's no point in trying to sand in the rain. This doesn't make sense. So yesterday was a washout. Once the rain started, it pretty much continued most of the day, and didn't get anything more done. Rain stopped maybe 9 o'clock at night, something like that. This morning, so this is day 2, it's 18 degrees out around 9 o'clock in the morning. High humidity though, 90% humidity. And there's dew on stuff, and I'll show you in a minute. It's a few wet spots on the deck. For the most part, it's pretty dry, and you can see there's sun starting to hit it, so that's good. It'll dry it out. But yeah, I'm a little uneasy about starting to paint today. So I'm going to finish the piece that I didn't finish yesterday, which is the part. Where's my finger gone? There it is. Basically, the last 2 or 3 feet there. Probably if I hadn't been filming, I would have finished yesterday. So I'm going to finish the preparation work for that piece, and we'll take another checkpoint at that point to see if I should continue. So this is about an hour later. I've completed the prepping. One thing that was surprising me is that after I finished sanding, I discovered that there was quite a bit of loose edges still. Like the sanding didn't take them all off even after the initial scraping. So I went back over it, the entire surface with the scraper, and I think I've got certainly as much as I can possibly imagine getting off. So I've I've finished. So I scraped, I sanded with a belt sander, went through a couple of belts, by the way, and then scraped again, and then I've vacuumed it all off. I know it looks wet there, but it's actually just the way the sanding went, where the paint is actually well adhered. There's a couple of spots where it's well adhered. Very clearly the beating down of rain and snow and ice and the sun, all the elements hitting this exposed part of the deck have really taken its toll. So anyways, got something else to do for a few minutes. I'm going to let it just kind of settle out. The sun's hitting it, as I said, it's warming up a bit, humidity's dropping, and then I'm going to get into painting. I'll be using a Benjamin Moore exterior stain. It's a water-based stain, so easy cleanup. It does dry pretty quickly though, so you don't want to leave it on your brush any length of time after you're done. You want to get that stuff out or your brush will be hard as rock. So yeah, it's a solid stain designed specifically for deck and siding, and I have found it works extremely well. Okay, there we go. It's all done. All the painting. See down to the front steps here as well. So yeah, took about an hour and a half for that area, which was about, I don't know, 12 by 8, I think is the square footage roughly, plus there's stairs, which took, of course, even longer time. But it looks pretty good. Might need an extra coat. I took about a half a gallon of paint, or stain actually, to do it. But generally pretty good. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you later. Bye.